Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As ladies and gentlemen, this is a powerful update that makes me understand the importance of the situation we're in. Remember, just a few days ago, we saw hackers hack the Poly network. $600 million in crypto were gone. This is what could happen to all these exchanges. Of course, there are exchanges that are safer than others, but plenty of people are sleeping. They have their crypto on exchanges and don't have their offline wallets. Get your Ledger Nanos, get your Trezors, whatever you decide to get, you need to get it. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't get affiliate links for promoting offline wallets. I'm here just recommending this to you for your safety because it's oh so important. We don't trust these exchanges. Places like Uphold limit your withdrawal. Different exchanges limit you. You don't want to be in a situation where you are at an exchange's mercy as to whether or not you could get your crypto back. That's why over 97% of my crypto is offline. That's to protect myself. The 3% that is online is just to take quick profits in the event of a massive spike up. We know that these exchanges, they manipulate bull runs in markets. They artificially crash every single time there's a price pump. That cannot be understated. One thing I need all of you to know, one thing all of you need to be made aware of, is that this crypto market currently has corrected just a little bit. And of course it has. We've seen everything rise in value a lot. We see a nice little correction and it's very healthy for our next leg up. But what I need to tell you is, it's going to get bumpy, regardless of how high we're gonna go. If you aren't ready for all the volatility, you better mentally prepare for it now. Those of you that were here in April and May, you've earned your crypto stripes. You are now a bit more of a veteran, and that's a powerful position to be in. One thing I have to tell all of you is, I believe and have been saying for quite a while now, that I believe we are going to experience two hills into a euphoric bull run. We saw this hill go all the way from November till April 2021. This hill over here only lasted 2 months, so something we need to be made aware of is these massive hills that we're experiencing now are taking more time to rise up because there is more money at play. But I think we're about at this point relative to the 2017-18 bull market. We just saw a correction and we're still below the first hill right before we reach a new all-time high in the total crypto market. We will see another correction again, probably due to regulations, probably due to getting rid of Tether. Whatever it is, we will see it. But one thing I must tell you is, this bull run will not be over until we see the full-blown utility and life-changing wealth we all expect. Plenty of us will make life-changing wealth from the second little hill because we've been in so early. There are plenty of us that were here in the March 2020 crash and loaded our bags. When that happened, those entry points will prove to be life-changing. But this opportunity here that we have to seize might leave if you're asleep at the wheel. Don't be asleep at the wheel. That's all I'm gonna say. One thing I do need to tell all of you is, congratulations to my OnlyFans subscribers. An excellent entry point and a powerful trade indent was executed just the other day, and plenty of people saw that quick 50% run up. We have since corrected, but I think we're going way higher from here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm only showing you dent because I believe it's going to be one of the few that will be extremely explosive as far as trading is concerned. And that is what my OnlyFans is for the higher risk, rock bottom price cryptos. I'm only using 2.5% of my total portfolio in this, and it's because it is maximum risk. But I believe I'll be able to navigate the market and help you make plenty of capital on the side while making sure that our long-term positions is at play. There are plenty of Udemy students that have been criticizing why I've made an OnlyFans. The reason is because during bull markets, we can make risky trades. But the Udemy course is for long-term, fundamentally sound, excellent investing. That's why I had to separate the two. And because the past 3 months we haven't seen market movement, people were in there subscribed without getting value for a while. That is why I'm giving maximum value to those people now. Even though there will be more Udemy lectures coming soon, I have to attend to everybody and everywhere they're in. Now, something that I do have to say is,
I'm announcing today, I'm putting my ass on the line. I'm telling you, there is a Blackswan event coming. A Blackswan event coming. I don't know if we're going to war with Putin. I don't know if another corona is going to come out that is not curable. I don't know whether the Federal Reserve is going to finally implode. I don't know what it is, but it's coming. Because every massive bull market needs to find an excuse to correct. And even though we had a recession that only lasted 70 days or 80 days or whatever it was, last year, the market is way, 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 way over valued. Excuse me. And the big smart money, if you follow it, which you don't, 95% of them have all taken money off the table. In other words, taken a lot of profit.
ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but it seems to me like there's a powerful Black Swan event happening in the world today that I'm not going to mention. Ladies and gentlemen, there are plenty of external variables, political, geopolitical, economic, and health, all going on in the world today that are negatively affecting plenty of things. Problem, reaction, solution. Massive crisis everywhere. These are all things that bring on massive change. This new financial system will be a new order that comes out of the chaos of the current world we're experiencing now. Right here, what I have before all of you is a powerful coil post posted by Sorrel Hodoko. This coil post will be seen down in the description below for those of you that want to complete it. Now here's what I'm going to say. He posted, the Big Bang migration into the ISO 20022 digital payment standard is imminent. Is the US Fed already ahead? In October 2017, the Fed announced the migration of FedWire to ISO 20022, deeming it a strategic initiative to improve the US payment system. And then when we look at the anticipated timeline, following the preparation period, FedWire will offer conversion services in both directions to allow banks that have already migrated to communicate with those that have not. In the final phase, in November 2023, all banks will gradually complete the ISO 20022 integration. We saw the legacy changes commence November 2020. We're in the phase 2 period. This will last 18 months. Phase 2 will begin Q1 2022, and this is something you all need to be made aware of. This specific period in time for XRP and plenty of other cryptos that will be compliant and serving a purpose will be revolutionary. The price for a lot of these cryptos, in my opinion, need to come before regulations and need to come before they're fully utilized. They're not just going to flip the switch on price one day and use it at the exact same time. They'll probably need the prices to be much higher. then they could begin being utilized the way they're supposed to. We have the Flare network coming out in September. I believe the XRP price needs to be higher for that. We're also seeing this bull cycle commence again. I don't think that's an accident. Remember, David Schwartz called the exact top when XRP was at $2, telling you all to take profits. A lot of people didn't listen. I don't think that's coincidence. I think that the people in the know in the crypto industry know exactly what's going to happen next. And trust me when I tell you, I know quite a few of them, and I think I know what might be about to happen next. We're going to see a lot of powerful things in the months ahead. The only question I want all of you to think about is whether or not there could be a quick correction in some period in time. And the only thing I want all of you to do is be mentally prepared for that. Part of the reason we're seeing this bull market right now is because Tether printing has begun again. I'm overall bullish on the entire crypto space, but Tether is an external variable that is coming into play. And if this thing crashes, we could see a liquidity shock to the crypto markets until it restabilizes. It will not have been an issue with crypto. It would have been an issue with Tether. That's powerful. That'll only be used to scare retail out. It will have already been predetermined. But trust me when I tell you, the overall crypto space, regardless of what happens, due to some momentary price shock, it will go up. It will go up astronomically. And when it does, you'll be glad you were here, right now, learning some of the most boring documents on the planet, some of the most boring tech on the planet, because let's be very real here. A lot of this is dense and boring. We're all here for the money, but we're learning because we know what it's going to bring. It's going to help all of our lives, our friends' lives, our families' lives. And that is something we can all agree with. Ladies and gentlemen, Deutsche Bank had stated November 2020 Phase 1 of the Big Bang will begin for ISO 20022. Remember, Ripple is ISO 20022 standardized with Ryan Zagone of Ripple on the steering committee for Faster Payments Task Force. We've seen plenty of other things. Between November 2022 to November 2025, there will be a gradual migration of all of this. But right now, this is a moment where we are going to see price appreciation. The main driver for crypto has been convenience for cost and speed, among their other use cases, in particular cross-border payments, stated by the BIS's Benoit Cure. That's important. Head of the Central Bank Digital Currency Innovation Hub for the BIS. The priority is not stablecoins or CBDCs, but to improve cross-border payments in low-income developing economies. That's going to be very helpful, especially right now, especially with all the crisis going on in the world today. Never forget it. God's full-blown adoption is this SEC lawsuit, and that is deteriorating. We saw from CryptoLog government watchdog filing a lengthy Freedom of Information Act request demanding internal SEC documents and records targeting Jay Clayton, William Hinman, and Mark Berger over potential conflicts of interest on crypto while in office. This is important because we know the obvious conflict of interest. And trust me when I tell you, I think they ran away like cowards, slapping this lawsuit so they can win financially while XRP stays suppressed, because XRP will be a market leader and XRP is a threat to their pockets. Over here, we continue to read, and it states, we write today seeking info regarding the appearance of conflicts of interest by former high-level officials at the SEC regarding crypto. It is in the public's interest that the government's emerging regulatory approach to crypto is based on objective legal principles, without the appearance that conflicted SEC officials may be picking crypto winners and losers based on personal financial interest. Which they did. I'm really curious to see how that Hinman deposition went. The way in which these former SEC officials declared whether particular cryptos were securities and thus subject to SEC regulation raises public integrity concerns. Transparency from the SEC is the only way to ensure accountability to the public. In light of this, we are filing this Freedom of Information Act request to seek the facts. Ladies and gentlemen, the SEC continues to deny documents that they are being told by the judge to submit. What an abomination. They say that they're here for investor protection, but destroyed the XRP investors' wealth. Got people liquidated actually during that SEC lawsuit. Plenty of people got hurt. I don't feel protected by the SEC. I feel like they're public enemy number one. And David Schwartz said it best.
The United States is out of step with the rest of the world, partly for structural reasons, because the 50 states and the different, there's no one entity that, and there's just little leadership coming out of the United States. And I think there's a tremendous opportunity that's being lost here. Already projects started moving to Asia and Europe, years ago. And a lot of people at Ripple are like, why would we in the United? Why did we leave the United States a long time ago? Why don't we leave now? The regulatory environment is just so unfriendly here. The United States is a great place to do business. I mean, the Silicon Valley is unmatched in the world. The Bay Area is incredible. And other part, I could go on for a long time about how wonderful the United States is, but ultimately, like if you don't know what the regulatory requirements are, and if you don't have clarity, and you have multiple regulators that are asserting conflict. I don't know if you saw just recently on Twitter, someone from the CFTC basically said the SEC has no power to regulate, pure commodities like cryptocurrencies.
I think that was this morning, right? Yeah, I saw that this morning.
And it's like, yeah, that's a position someone could take, but it's certainly not, a unanimous position inside, you're not going to get, yeah. So I just hope that the United States understands, like, U.S. regulators have a seat at the table right now. But if they leave the table, there's no guarantee they can come back. The innovation will live elsewhere. If we had faced a take it or leave it proposition with an internet built in Europe, or even Russia or China or India or anywhere, we would have taken it. We wouldn't say, no, we're not going to have an internet in the United States. We're going to say, no, we're going to build our own internet when the rest of the world has one. Like that, those are all untenable propositions. So I just wish the industry could work more cooperatively on. It's just very, very difficult to get the industry to work cooperatively on. Part of it is, if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, you want to some extent, like, you have a financial incentive to see regulation be very uncertain for other things.
Funny to see David Schwartz speak on something like this. The United States is out of step with the rest of the world. We saw Japan fire up that ODL corridor. We see that the rest of the world is XRP regulatory compliant. We have clarity everywhere. But the SEC slapped this lawsuit. Guys, this is a facade and a tactic used, in my opinion, to get the retail investor out of the game before we take off. Trust me when I tell you, they know we're gonna get rich from this, but they want to limit the amount of people that can get rich from this. This is something you cannot forget. This is the greatest show on earth only 0.1% of the planet is paying attention to. But the people in the know, the smart money, they're already ready. Remember the other day when I told you the maxis have been capitulating? But one thing that frustrates me more than anything else is Bitboy going around saying he has insiders telling him XRP is the one, and he never gives credit to the XRP army, but then wants to call himself the leader of the XRP army. Ladies and gentlemen, he could stroke his ego for as much as he wants, but he can't even tell the difference between X-Current and X-Rapid, now renamed as on-demand liquidity, to be a liquidity solution during this liquidity crisis. We have a beautiful clip from a community member, Anna, that asked Bitboy directly, what do you think about XRP? And he talks his smack. And I'm gonna cap off this video for today with him changing his tune because he cannot let his credibility go down the drain. He sees the money. The maxis are all beginning to see the money, and they're dropping like flies away from their antiquated Bitcoin to ride the wave of this XRP global takeover. They all know the writing is on the wall, and it really is music to my ears. One thing's for certain though, this man on the screen is no XRP Army Supreme Leader. He's just a bandwagon fan. This is the Bearable Bull here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. And I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
I really appreciate last night's video about Ripple. My question for you is...
Oh, do we have the XRP money?
Yes! so my question is, you mentioned that you're not ready to buy it yet. You said you want to wait to see what happened to the lawsuit. Why wouldn't, don't you think like ROI would be better if you were to be open to buying now?
I understand that, but look, you guys know how I feel about XRP. You know how. Where's the villain? Where's the villain at? But you know what's funny is it pumped right after this. April Fool's joke was on me. Yeah. Well, I just find it no offense to anybody, but a lot of people in the XRP community, they're a little delusional from time to time. Like, I remember talking to a guy that was like, hey, it's going to $10 by Christmas. And this was in, October 2019. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't going to happen. And I'm not saying that you guys here are like that. I'm sure if you're here, you got a good fundamental understanding of the market. But when it comes to XRP, for me, there is a risk in it getting the death penalty.
Which banks are going to be choosing to use XRP? They chose a long time ago. This has been in the plan for a long time. And those people in the XRP army that we all call crazy for a long time, those chickens are coming home to roost. Because the fact is, whether or not they were going on pure hopium or not, a lot of those people are going to turn out to be correct. The banks chose this a long time ago. And to answer Austin's question, yes, exactly when this is over, we are going to see much more adoption of XRP. You're seeing this across the world right now. We had South Korea, Singapore, Japan. We've seen this just in the last few days. Thailand, an SBI, by the way, an Indian bank. So we're seeing all across Asia right now, this start picking up. We're seeing RippleNet being used. We're seeing ODL, the on-demand liquidity, former, I think that was X-Current, maybe. I can't remember anymore after doing that video this weekend. But this has already happened. Now, here's some exciting stuff. You guys want to hear some exciting stuff? I'm being told by the middle of September, we will have resolution of this. Things are changing very rapidly, though. We could see resolution of this much earlier than that. And if you think about everything we've talked about for XRP and the price pumps and where this is going, the middle of September would be the absolute best possible time for this news to come out. This will be right as Bitcoin is going parabolic. This will be right when altcoins are picking up steam. And if you think any of this is on accident, you are not paying attention. If you think, like Arcane Bear does, and I love Arcane Bear, he's a great guy. I love him. I love when he comes on the channel. I love his opinions. I love his setup. I love everything about it. And I would agree with everything you said. I want to be very clear about that a while back. But the fact that you think that Ripple is battling the SEC on merits, it's just incorrect. This decision has already been made. There are people higher than the SEC that are bringing these decisions. This is not the SEC sitting around determining whether they think Ripple's a security. There are much bigger things at play.